What's going on? Welcome back to Nonprofit Syndicate podcast. We are, how's everyone doing? It's been a hot minute since we recorded, but yeah, we've got all the spicy takes in the kind of side text thread, and yeah, it's been a fun day just, in our world. So yeah, how are you guys doing?
I think that text thread definitely lit up my day. That's for sure. So,
So if you want to know what we're referencing, go just Google Big Pookie, and it's maybe my favorite video that I've seen in the past year. Totally safe for work. Like, you're good. Like, don't worry about it. It's nothing crazy, but it's kind of hilarious. And so
that disclaimer,
just organic referral link to a not safe for work.
I just want to let people know that this is something the kids can be around. Like, it doesn't have anything that's going to be objectionable to little ears, as the Christian media used to say. Okay, so how's things in your world? All you guys, give us a quick rundown on kind of how's life.
Just trying to figure out how to tell AI to use AI.
Okay,
it's basically it.
Jonathan, you were at AFD-ICON last week. How was that conference?
It was weird. It was good. It was fine. Yeah, it was. I think it's the smallest it's been in a long time, but it was in our hometown.
Okay.
So it was in San Diego. So we had, we made it kind of like a team building event.
Yeah. Very cool.
Very cool. We're able to run around, but yeah, conference wise, it was small.
Yeah. Any big takeaways from that conference?
Yeah, I think every single company's marketing strategist is talking to the same Claude agent. Everyone's banned said the exact same thing. Yeah.
Okay. So that probably will dovetail into our conversation today about AI. Schwab, how are things in your world?
Believe it or not, things are busy.
Oh, shocker.
Yeah, shocker.
Never heard that before.
No, never from me. No. I am wrapping up an 8-week period where right now is the only week in an 8-week period where I'm not traveling on the road or partially in or out of the office. So
yeah,
looking forward to the summer months where things become a little bit more manageable. Maybe he says, good. Knocking on wood.
Yeah, good for you, man. Good for you. Yeah, well,
how are you, Big Pookie?
Oh, there you go. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Big Pookie is doing good. That's my new code name on this podcast, Big Pookie. We're good. I feel a little bit of FOMO because I miss all the conferences. CLA, ICON, got nice fun texts from all my friends being like, where are you? I thought you were gonna be here. And yeah, we're just in a phase with the agency where it's growing and we just need my attention here, focus on client stuff, make sure they have good experience. So yeah, next year will probably be the year of conferences for me. This year I'm kind of laying low on them. So yeah, I think I can skip a year and I'll probably survive. I think I'll
What do you think, Big Pookie, future episode, Trash Panda conferences?
I don't know. I want to touch that. I don't want the Christian nonprofit mafia coming for me. I've got some hot takes on that, that's for sure. But yeah, I will be at Bridge Conference this year. So if anyone is listening, if we still have an audience out there, yeah, I'll be at Bridge end of July up in DC area. So come hang out. It'll be fun. Are you guys going to be there, Schwab?
I think I might this year, actually. Yeah.
Jonathan, you're not going to.
No, I am. I think I'm actually introducing the keynote.
Cool. Good for you, man. Yeah. Well, I'll see you at Bridge then. That'll be fun. Ryan, we got to find a way to get you up there, dude. Just come hang out.
Okay.
Sure. That's enough.
There you go. Found the way. Let's go.
Cool. All right. Okay. So today, let's actually get in the meat of the episode. We'll be talking about AI, and specifically because I think a lot of nonprofit leaders are thinking of this right now, is really around their staffing, right? And AI, because AI is seemingly doing a decent job, marginal job, job at times of replacing what currently was done by a person. And so a lot of nonprofit leaders are asking the question, like, do we hire up another person? Maybe we have a gap in this. Maybe we let someone go. Maybe someone moved on. Do we actually need a person for that? Could we supplement with AI? What are the challenges around that? Is it cheaper? Is it more capable? Is it not as capable? But we want to talk about that today, of just kind of that, like, what may be an uncomfortable question for a lot of folks of like, are we moving to a point where more and more roles are going to be taken by AI, or are we actually overestimating what they can replace? So to kind of get it started, I actually want to move to our lightning round first, because typically we do that at the end. But I want to because I think it'll help set the stage for the conversation around, like, I'm going to go through a list of some things here. of tasks that could be done by AI potentially, and you tell me, can AI do that, or can a human, or does that need to be a human? Okay, so we're gonna go AI or human, and someone is crushing a water bottle in the background. I don't know who it is, but
No, Schwab's getting his
I'm getting my snack.
panels.
he's getting a snack. Okay, all right. So we're gonna go first one that I have up here: writing an email to a donor, AI or human?
Yes.
What? Explain.
I think maybe started with AI if you're trying to do some mass kind of stuff, but always should have a human touch to it. You can't just let AI do it. If AI runs it, it'll make up crap.
Okay.
Can I give a blanket answer to all of these?
Yeah.
Both.
You're just a human for everything, aren't you?
No, both.
Both. Okay.
Both for
I'm
everything.
with Schwab. Both.
Okay. So we're referring to that as,
Prove me wrong.
internally, we're referring that to that phase as human in the loop, which is essentially like have AI craft something, human always in the loop for things.
Yep.
Okay, so for writing a donor email, you
So
might use AI.
hold on.
Yeah.
Just ground rules here.
Yeah.
Like, if you're AI enabled and your full org's completely harnessed, and like you have all of your context hooked up, then that's a completely different situation than if you don't.
Do you know of
some
any
random cat? What's that?
Do you know of any nonprofit that have all of their context into a Claude skill or something like that?
Yeah.
Do you know any company period?
Yeah.
Other than WeGive, because they're the industry
We're the
standard.
best. Yeah. No, I do. Okay. Yeah, I do.
Nonprofits do have that already running.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
What's that? I do.
So
yeah,
nonprofits
I do.
already have that running.
Nonprofits that are doing that. Yeah. So those, yes, 100%.
Okay.
It's still the same person that was sending the email, but
Right. It's just being completely written by the AI.
yeah,
And then
Correct.
ideally a human edits it, but sometimes they don't. Okay.
Well, not necessarily. Depends on volume. Sorry. I mean, look, I'm a problem with speed rounds because I got to.
Dude, you got to be careful. You're starting to sound like me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Super
so you're not
intelligent.
going to be able to say both.
Good one.
I think with the way we structure this, I don't think you'll be able to say both to everything. So a major donor meeting, is that something you should try to use AI for?
Yes.
How?
Prep. Do all the research, all the prep. Look at have AI run all of the historical conversations. Okay. Again, assuming what Jonathan said, the systems all have that information in it.
Yeah.
You could turn 4 hours of meeting prep into a 15-minute brief, and walk into a meeting actually ready to talk about the thing that is most relevant to that donor, because you have 15 minutes to prep for a meeting. You don't have 4 hours. I don't know any development officer that has 4 hours to sit and prep for a meeting.
Yeah. Okay, so human loop. Would you let so next one here that I'm thinking of, donor calls. So yet again, AI prep. Would you let an AI agent
qualify what you mean by donor calls?
Yeah.
So So qualifier is, let's just use the basic. Hey, we're just calling to say thank you for your impact. How can we be praying for you? How let me tell you some other ways to support the mission. Would you ever have a scenario where an AI bot trained on voice would actually do that call for you? Because there are services out there.
You certainly could.
Telling that you could have a fully AI person do that entire call for you.
I would be comfortable with a full AI thank you message. What I would put the caveat with the preference that it's a direct to voicemail.
Yeah. So voicemail drop with just a
voicemail drop, which is no different than a pre-recorded person at that point. But then it can ideally, in a perfect scenario, it's direct to voicemail, but it's customized to the person every single time.
Right. Okay. That's actually a really cool thing. You should go start a company on that, David.
Yeah.
We do it.
Yeah.
Jonathan, you know anyone who's got some investment bucks lying around?
No.
Same question here.
Yeah. We do the voice copy thing. I showed you that, Matt.
Yeah.
We can copy David Schwab's sexy, silky voice and then text a voice message or do a voicemail drop message. Mm-hmm. Hey, Matt, thank you so much for your gift. Yeah. So there's the inbound calls from donor services. Hey, I need to blah, blah, blah. That can 100% be AI.
Okay.
Simple thank yous to sub $50 or sub $100 donors. Absolutely. It's a touch point they're not going to get otherwise.
Okay. So you're good with some AI for that.
Yeah, if I'm going to give you a $100,000 grant, you better not call me with an AI bot, though.
Yeah.
Unless the grant's for AI implementation.
In which case, that's a great
Ooh,
yeah. Is there a world? I don't know if it's possible yet, but a bi-directional text message conversation.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I think that would be a cool application.
That'd be a really good application. Yeah. Okay. What about, let's go next rapid fire. Yeah, cool. Great idea.
I know you're a chatbot, Jonathan. I know you're a chatbot.
Yeah, that's all he is. He's a walking chatbot.
Unbelievable.
Data migration.
I'm just trying to tee you up here. This is a WeGive sales presentation.
The fully AI platform. Okay, data cleanup and data migration. Would you let an AI bot handle that for you?
No.
It's so broad, that statement. Yes, broad, I think. Okay. Yes.
Not yet.
I would let it do validation and identification of what needs to be cleaned up, but like you said, human in the loop.
Human oversight.
I would not trust AI. So if
you trust it to validation
and yes.
Would you have any concern that a la Claude Code recently deleted an entire company's code base, that it would delete your entire data file?
Yep. And they do that. Claude isn't the only one that's done that. You can do a whole prompt and it goes, oops, I deleted everything to test this. So yeah.
That's so silly.
You need to do a better prompt, dude.
That's so silly.
Oh no, sometimes you don't prompt anything. It's just saying, let's just add on this little thing. And it's like, and literally the prompt can be, don't touch anything else. And it goes, okay, and deletes everything.
But I wanted to touch it.
Yeah, exactly. I've literally had an AI bot say, when I asked it, hey, did you implement the entire plan word for word as I asked? It goes, well, I did most of it.
Yeah.
What?
Sounds like a genius 4-year-old.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Okay. Campaign strategy. I am all in AI 100%.
Yes.
I would absolutely
define campaign strategy.
So what's our what's the core fundraising offer? What's the architecture of the fundraising campaign? When should we be sending emails? When should we be sending SMS? Building that strategy for a fundraising campaign.
Yeah. So like low level strategy.
Yeah.
Tactical
low level strategy.
Tactical executional strategy.
Tactical campaign strategy. Yep.
We're calling that strategy these days, huh?
Huh?
Tough. Nothing. No, that's good. Yeah.
Okay. First draft of a grant.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. 100%. Easy. That's an easy one to let AI do. Writing fundraising emails, not just like specific, not like one-to-one donor emails, but like your fundraising campaign emails. Would you let AI do that?
Yes.
I would do it with human in the loop.
Yep.
100%. Design your website.
I would have said no before. Yeah, I'm starting to lean towards the yes.
Now I'll say yes.
Are you saying
definitely no?
Design or like design the live front end with no checks and balances?
I mean, there's going to be checks and balances. Like, yes, obviously you need a web developer to go through and make sure that like padding is right, spacing is right, that kind of thing. But like functionally design your website.
Oh, I would.
A junior designer would.
I would be comfortable with that.
I would be too.
For 90% of websites, yeah.
Jonathan, you said no?
No.
Why?
Because WeGive doesn't do it yet?
No, or do they?
Yeah, no.
Product release notes.
We do. It's we use it for design a lot. You know, I think it's too difficult right now today to do it and not get a full blown slop cannon.
That's fair.
Yeah, and it's like and the it's worse to be like visually pegged as an AI slop cannon.
Yeah,
fair.
Than it is to just be like
slop
have
cannon.
your right, just human slop cannon. I'd rather be exactly. So yeah, I'm gonna go no right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the last one. Replacing your agency.
Definitely.
No.
No.
I think every company that's tried to do that was like, yay, and then crashed and burned like so fast.
No matter what Avid and Totaro and these guys say, the answer is no.
No, never, no. I would say a lot of what your agency does could be replaced, to be honest. That being said, you better know how to build all the tools, right? And like do all the stuff.
I am representative of an agency who has been replaced by AI.
Yeah. Yeah. So like there are some times where you can replace some of the work that an agency would do. I would say this, the biggest thing that you're running into problems with replacing an agency with AI is that your AI is not going to know what it doesn't know. And I would argue that that's what you're paying an agency, a consultant for, or anything like that, is to point out landmines that you don't know exist. And so an AI is going to do a really good job of working in the scope of what you know is a problem. What they're not going to be able to do is point out landmines that you don't know exist. And that's really what you're paying an agency for, is a lifetime of experience of like seeing this across other clients and knowing what the landmines are, and be able to save you a lot of money in the long run by pointing out those before you step on those landmines. So I would say some of the work that they do on execution layer, maybe, I think you're still going to need someone who actually can help guide you and say, hey, like actually you don't want to go that direction, even though AI suggested that as a strategy. That's going to be bad because you looked at your donor file and it says X, Y, and Z. So yeah, I think kind of. But
yeah, right. And I agree with that, because we're just in the same cycle that we've been in, where it was like you code everything on the websites, and now we have platforms for drag and drop, and then now it's back to you can code everything on a website because of Claude and whatever. Right. But then there's agencies. Well, now we're AI agencies where we like Lovable and whatever, which you use. So it's just a big old circle. And if you can't, if you think you can just do it without expertise. That's where we go back to episode 1. You're just going to get mediocre work.
Yeah. So so we'll go into just kind of time of like, let's talk about this. So I'd love to hear from you, Jonathan. What areas for nonprofits do you think AI actually adds the most value right now? Like, where is it the best ROI for them to be using AI?
Wherever this is different org to org, I think. Yeah. But I mean, I think it's just like, if you're going to define it as a category, I'd say like wherever the work is busy work. You hear a lot of complaints and a lot of studies that say, everyone spends their time just supporting fundraising operations or manually doing this and that. And so, most softwares should solve that, but the nonprofit verticals has seemed to not be able to find the same efficiencies that other industries have with their software. For a number of reasons, I think, and that's not necessarily a slight on the nonprofits as much as it is a slight on the software. AI should probably unlock those efficiencies from like how I interface with the software to a more efficient degree. So I think that's probably where it lands. As far as basically let the people, at least there's the people on the program side, that they don't need software probably most of the time to do anything. There's the people on the, hey, we tell stories and raise money side. And let's call that fundraising operations. Those people do use a lot of software and do a lot of manual stuff. Ideally, people can focus just more and more and more on the human side of things. So
cool. What about you guys? Where do you think AI can be what's the best ROI? Where should be nonprofits be using it the most right now?
Programs.
Say more.
If you're a food bank, use AI to determine the regions of your town, city, or where the areas where you it's going to make the most sense to send your food truck, right? Your mobile distribution center, the highest population density that needs your services, and figure out a marketing program so they know that it's available to you. If you're some sort of like health care related or medical relief agency, using AI to model the symptoms or things that you treat before they become an issue and need your service, things like that. I think that's going to be the long-term application of AI in the nonprofit sector. I mean, it's great for development, but I think there's more power on the actual delivery of services that a nonprofit organization.
That's where the AI promise of like AI is going to change the world for good. Like if you're like a techno optimist, I think the program side is where it's actually the most exciting for actual transforming the world in a good way. Is that things like that, like if you're to your point of like programs, like if you're let's say you're a addiction recovery nonprofit, being able to actually have data that shows you places where people are predictive to have life factors that are going to lead to addiction and getting preventative care there instead of like trying to clean up the mess later. I think things like that are actually be transformative, and that's probably the most exciting stuff around AI. A lot of the back end stuff, while it's going to help our friends in the nonprofit space, I do think a lot of it's going to be like, hey, let's undo some of these repetitive tasks, let's make things faster, let's tighten up operations. That'll help with revenue, but frankly the real transformative power will be on the program side. I agree with you, Schwab. Ryan, what about you?
One of the use cases there really quick that I think is so cool, I don't know if you guys know the organization Stop Soldier Suicide. But they have, what they've been doing for the last 5 years now, they've been taking so of the veterans and service members who've died due to suicide, the families are donating their digital devices. And so they're taking all of their interactions, all of their conversations, all of the things, and starting to use that as a massive data model to start identifying in living veterans potential changes in behavior that mark
huge
the path to suicide or something like that. And I think that's like, to me, that like there's no human that can look at that model of data and be able to intervene proactively as successfully and at volume as something like that. And I think that's such a perfect application of large data modeling and artificial intelligence.
Yeah, that's good. Ryan, any thoughts on where it could be the most effective?
Yeah, no, I think it's kind of what you both said. It's like internal data analysis and alignment. Like you can start there with going, hey, here's what we're doing, here's what everybody's doing, and what should we not be doing, or what are we duplicating, and obviously refine internally. I always think you should do that and have AI help you go, hey, you have 7 people doing the same thing. Why don't you free them up? But at the same time, I think AI has also equalized exactly that, the program creation, where people are like, hey, we jumped into Claude or GPT or whatever and created something that's specific to us based on the expertise and knowledge we have. And we spit out this little program where we spit out this data that we can actually use, far beyond what we did before. And they're the only ones who would know how to do that because of their niche. So I think in that case, I agree with you guys. Like the stuff that people are spitting out specific to their industry is a lot more in reach than it used to be. You'd have to hire a whole team of developers, and you still need to do that in some cases, especially to manage tons and tons of data. But at the same time, getting prototypes out and even getting concepts out is a couple of prompts and an idea at this point, instead of a bunch of Google searching and hoping you can find a dev who understands you. So
Where do you guys think humans are going to be the most valuable to nonprofits in the future? Like, who are going to be the most valuable people on the team as humans?
Development officers.
Okay.
People who
relationship builders.
Humans who interact with donors, foundations, other sources of funding, I would say, are the most important humans at a nonprofit going forward.
Yeah. I would say probably the field staff, like the people actually running the programs, who are going to have a human face on the programs they deliver. I mean, there's probably a lot of ways that AI could change that, frankly, in terms of like however the programs are being delivered, that like AI could honestly replace a lot of that. But I think when you're talking about people, especially if it's a vulnerable population that you're serving, as a nonprofit, like you always want to keep a real human touch on that, where it's like, no, this is human to human interaction. I think if you start getting away from that, you'll kind of betray the core of what it means to be a nonprofit that's doing good in the world, right? Is like, at the end of the day, it's about that human connection. So I think the field staff are going to be the most important going forward, in terms of like, they're the ones who are going to be irreplaceable in many ways. I would say that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm also thinking about, like, you got to have people who understood how you got where you got. Because at some point, let's say we're in the future and AI is running all the day-to-day kind of stuff, and we have the relationship side. What happens when California gets lit on fire again, and now your day-to-day is gone? And so I always think you need to have at least somebody or somebody's, a couple of people, and I think that's the human oversight part that we're talking about. The human on deck is, you got somebody who can build a robot, and you got robots who can build robots now. But if those robots crash, why did we build those robots? Like, so all that knowledge, if that isn't brought in somewhere and also passed on to someone, then when it's gone, it's gone. And so you either have to start over, try and find a human and do things. And I've seen that a lot. It's like, for example, some of those companies they went all in on AI because they're like, we can replace everybody. And then, like you just mentioned, Claude deletes their company. It's like, well, whoops, now we got to go hire some people back to get that knowledge.
Yeah.
So I think there's something to be said about like where you keep your knowledge base, and can you still train a couple people to do it? So I think there's always going to have to be kind of a base layer of understanding. But yes, you don't need 10 people to do something anymore that now only takes 2. Yeah. So
if you were advising a nonprofit CEO and they're like, hey, Jonathan, like, we know AI is coming, we're looking at our budget, where do we make cuts, where do we make changes, how do we navigate that transition into the AI world? Do you have any principles that you would give them to help guide their thinking in that way? Not what to do, but just like, hey, here's how I want to think about the transition to becoming more AI integrated.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's different depending on the complexity and size of the organization. Probably is where the variance is there. But in general, the work is, and this is kind of most white collar work ultimately, but right, it is basically like the movement of information.
Yeah.
And where your business value depends on or is created by the movement of information, and where that information is stored and where it needs to go and how it needs to be transformed or read or updated is I think it probably makes sense to at least map that out.
Yeah.
Right, just like visually with sticky notes or something, like in a boardroom
like, hey,
together with your team. And try to really map and understand like the actual business cycle that you're running.
Yeah.
Right. We are running ads here, and these people come to the website, and we know that we have web visitors. Those web visitors live in Google Analytics. They have a device ID. We don't really know anything else about them until they fill out one of these 4 forms, technically. And then we have information about them. These 2 forms do this. These 3 forms do this. They end up here. Then these consultants like Schwab come in and just rake millions out of their wallets. And et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right?
Yeah.
And so I think like that's, if you have that properly mapped, and then your first party internal data, like for us, I can say for us, trying to identify, okay, where are the important conversations that are happening? Where are those?
Yeah.
Those are on Slack huddles, they're in phone calls, they're in Zoom calls, they're in Slack chats, they're in emails. Okay, how do we make sure that all goes up into a brain somewhere that we can reference if we need to, for whatever reason? How do we make sure we do that with security and compliance and privacy, et cetera? So then you start rolling into other combos. But I think it's mostly like, where is the first party data? What is the important information that's happening? Is it the conversations that in the boardroom, or are those not really important? Are the donor calls important or not? Right? If they're important, figure out how to record them and turn them into text that's referenceable somewhere. If they're not important, then ignore them. So
that's good.
I don't know. It's kind of pretty broad brush, but that'd be my thinking.
I would, my general guidance to them would be, don't give in to the urge to try to move too fast. I think it's there's a lot of hype around it, and a lot of it justified, a lot of it not. But it is, anytime you see these big cultural moments and shifts, it can feel like we have to be the first one in, and oftentimes the first one in takes the bullets. And so I would actually, if I were cautioning them, I'd be like, don't feel like you have to do this tomorrow. This is not necessarily something. Start thinking about it. Start educating yourself. Start doing some of the things you're talking about, Jonathan, where you're doing like the hard work of understanding really what your organization might need on it,
Right.
and put a 3 to 5 year plan in place, because the AI isn't going anywhere. I don't think you're going to lose your donor base tomorrow because you haven't fully implemented AI. Yes, you might. There might be some efficiency gains that you miss out on that other orgs get in the meantime, but I think your long term health is going to be a lot stabler if you're able to take a tactical, strategic, kind of like slow growth approach to it, as opposed to, hey, AI is changing everything. We need to upend everything and kind of bull in a china shop it. So I would tell them, move slow into it and move methodically. Don't feel like there has to be a rush to do it tomorrow.
Right. That I would add, let me just piggyback on that and add an actual anecdote that I think is almost biblical at this point. Is the actual bottleneck is your ability to perfectly describe what you actually want to occur.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's now the bottleneck.
Yep.
Period.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
No, somebody gave that example.
Yeah.
Like, remember in class when you had to describe how to make a peanut butter sandwich and your teacher did exactly what you said?
Yeah.
It's like, that's AI right now. It's like, it'll do exactly what you tell it to do.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. Schwab, Ryan, any advice you'd give nonprofit leaders out there?
Oh, yeah. I mean, choose WeGive, talk to Cher, Dickerson Baker, maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
Things like that would be kind of my first go-to. And then I think that's a solid thing, is like keep a pulse on what's going on, but don't necessarily jump in with both feet like immediately, because there are people who are like, oh, that's dead now because the new shiny object just came out, and you're like, no, that first thing isn't dead. It's just that the internet is telling you that there's a new shiny object, and that's literally what the internet is for, is to get you to buy something else. So it's like actually taking a step back and looking at the landscape of what's happening, and then you realize I posted about this, but we're basically in the land of, hey, now Clippy just has the ability to Google and stuff now. So we've come full circle from Microsoft Word's Clippy, and we've now given it superpowers. Yeah. So we've been here before. You'll be okay, Yeah,
that's good. Schwab, any last thoughts on what you tell a nonprofit leader about AI right now and how they should be thinking about their teams?
It's not too late to start if you haven't started. No one knows what they're doing. Like, we're all talking about all of these things that we do. No one really knows what they're doing. Maybe Jonathan. Jonathan's a different story. He knows what he's doing. Also, follow Jonathan.
There you go.
Yep.
When your team comes to you asking for ways to use AI, say yes.
Yeah.
I think those are it. To me, it's less a you need to do this or you need to do that, and it's more you need to be comfortable not knowing what you're doing. You need to be, but you need to be doing something, and you need to be trying to do something.
Yeah.
Take courses, find ways to use it in your data set or not, or completely build a brand around being the organization that doesn't use any AI.
Yeah.
And everything's real and human and natural. I mean, that's the opposite, right? Is if you're not using it, you're going to be left behind. So you either need to make an intentional choice that it's you're standing against it, which is okay. It's a choice.
Yeah.
Or you need to start using it.
Yeah.
And just figure out what works in your organization.
Yeah. It's a good word. Cool. All right. Well, this will wrap our conversation on AI and how organizations should be thinking about it right now, and how it's going to change staffing for them. Thanks, guys, for good insight there. And we'll see you back here on the next episode, Nonprofit Syndicate. See ya.
See you next time, Big Pookie.
I'm cutting that.